Alright, what's up everybody? Gonna be doing another puzzle video today. We're at 2885 as you can see here. Didn't even mean to click on that. Let's go back. Not ready yet, but gonna be seeing if we can get to 2900 today. The goal is ultimately to get to 3000. Hasn't happened yet. Gotta hit 2900 first. Yeah, now we're ready. Let's jump into it. Make sure we got noises here. Okay. Got not sponsored, Ouroboros. Probably the best sparkling water I've ever had. Specifically the Cactus Rose one. Yeah. So we're rolling with that today. Right now we are down a lot of material. Going to be, I assume, looking for some type of checkmate or to pick up a substantial amount of material. So the first and only move that's coming to mind right now is f5. f5, queen covers these squares, covers here. King here. Not sure what the follow-up is after that. Check, rook over. What about queen c6? Pawn takes. Queen c6, pawn here. Maybe just queen up. King here. There's a lot to calculate on this one. Queen c6, pawn d5, pawn takes. Queen here, pawn takes, queen takes, doesn't work. I believe because of this. Takes with check if the king runs here, and we pin the queen. Which is still probably not enough material, because then we're still queen versus two rooks and a bishop. Do I have another check that I'm missing? This just doesn't seem like what I want. The king's just got so many squares to run to. I don't have a great way to get my rook into the game. Alright, back to queen c6. Let's say pawn doesn't push the pawn. Queen c6, king here. Rook check. King's probably still just running. I really don't know if I have a follow-up past that. Might be negating queen c6 altogether just after king d3. I have the rook check. King runs. And then I either have king back to b5 or queen c2. Regardless. Well, no, I don't even have queen b5. I gotta remember the queen's here. So check here, here. Queen c2, only valid check. Or here, but... And after the king runs, check again. And just, I'm not getting much there. Back to f5. f5. King e3. Check here. No, so king e3, that's not mate, but it is close. f5, king f3, this is mate. So f5, king has to go to f4. Still play the check, rook f3. I'm out of checks in that scenario other than e5, which I don't think works. f5, king f4. Do I have a better response than check on f1? Just e5? F5 here. e5, pawn takes. Check here. Because the king can't run to f3 because I have mate. f5, king here, e5, pawn takes. Queen here? I don't think so. I'm wondering f5, king f4, e5, pawn takes, then check, rook here, pawn covers. f5 feels right. It feels very forcing. f5, e5. And surely I'm just missing something obvious here. f5, king f4, e5, pawn takes. Check. Rook has to cover. But I just don't have anything else after that. Do I have like a rook b5 there? No, I don't. f5, e5, pawn takes. Check rook here. Just queen d3 back in that situation, looking for queen e4 mate. Man, I just don't see anything better than that. So what I'm looking at is f5, king f4, e5, pawn takes, queen check, rook f3, and then queen d3 at the end. Looking to play mate on queen e4. Because the rook blocks. Let's say the rook just sidesteps. Then, man, I just cannot get my my rook into the game. I think I'm going to try that. Already gone 8 minutes on this one. Then e5, queen check. All right, it's not queen check. Oh, I thought white just had this. I missed that the pawn covered. That was terrible. All right, rough start. Lost 5 points there. On to the next one. Initial thought, rook takes bishop, and then rook c1. Is there anything better than that? Rook takes bishop, rook takes here. So rook takes bishop, rook takes here, and then pawn takes. I'm sure that's the critical line there. Rook takes e3, rook takes c4, pawn takes here, rook takes, and I'm just losing material there, right? Rook takes here. It's interesting. here. Rook takes. Rook takes. I don't think I'm gaining too much there. Rook takes, bishop takes. Rook takes, bishop takes would work. But rook takes, queen takes. So actually, I think it's rook takes here. That after looking at that, it seems obvious in hindsight. Rook takes d4. If bishop takes, then we play here. Rook back, and we just take. And we're up a piece in the end. Rook here. Queen takes, obviously just this. Yeah, okay. Took too long on that one, but we got our 5 points back. Here we have discoveries galore. Bishop back on this diagonal, king e8. So my thought is bishop f5. Only block is rook here, which does nothing. And bishop f5 actually stops that anyways, although it doesn't necessarily matter for that reason. King here and mate. Yeah, okay. That one was fairly easy. Next. Rook a1 looks brutal. Takes, and we'll just win the piece. Queen f1. But after knight here, move the knight out of the way so the queen covers. And then how do we force mate there? Move the knight out. This doesn't work. Queen just takes. We could go like queen f1, knight jumps out, and then like rook d3. But that shouldn't really even do anything. White can just offer the queen trade after. I want queen f1 to work. But after knight out, queen f1, I can just take the pawn. I don't have mate anyways. All right, not queen f1. Back to rook a1. Because I'm down a rook for 2 pieces. 1 extra pawn, though it probably won't last long. If I go rook a1, I think I'm forcing the trade of the rook for the queen for a queen and a piece. Here, the only way to save that bishop I was thinking here, well, I can try to save the bishop with this, but then I have rook a2, and I'm winning the queen. Here, if knight blocks, it's the same thing. Here, if queen blocks, we just take. King takes. That's not very clear. I guess king can't take that pawn because of the bishop, but after like bishop here. I don't have much to offer. Rook a2 first. Not even sure what I'm threatening there, though. Just queen here and f1, knight takes. I guess I would be pinning the knight in that scenario. So maybe rook a2 first and then queen f1. Rook a2 first, get the king off this row, and then queen f1, because now the knight's pinned. Rook a2, queen d1, and we take and win the queen. Rook a2 here is the same thing, we take. Rook a2, queen here, queen f1. And queen f3. Takes, does nothing. Here, queen e3, queen f1, queen f3. Stopping mate. Then do I do this? Rook back to a3. That might work. All right, we're going to try that. Rook a2. Dang it, really? Show me that one. Let's look at the solution first. Just rook a1. That's it. Okay, what about knight here? What about rook a2? Queen e3, queen f1, queen e6 check. Just because of perpetual, that's why this. I have no way to get out of perpetual. Okay. My idea did not work because of perpetual. This is the only way. We just go up the exchange. That was tough. Tough one. All right, we're back down 5 again. I'd like to go up some rating points here. Knight takes, bishop takes pawn. Knight here, takes. Should be winning that at the end. Yeah, okay. Found the right trade there. Probably need to be a bit more confident. I saw that on the last one. Not the one I just got right, but the one before. I saw the exchange. Going up the exchange. I thought that was right. Should have just stuck with it. Should have looked for the perpetual. It's always something I got to keep in mind. Wondering if there's anything to knight b5. Check. Where else can the queen go? Here? Pawn push. Queen. Queen maybe just getting captured there? That's actually kind of nasty. Knight b5. Queen only has a set number of options, right? All of this is covered. Let's start here. Knight b5 takes, we take. And I'm at minimum up the rook there. Yeah. That should be good. Queen goes here, we fork. Queen goes here, we push the pawn. Anywhere queen goes after, we have knight discoveries with check on the king. Same thing here, knight b5, queen up. We still just push. Still threatening discoveries. Here, push, takes, and we take there with check. All right, I'm gonna go with this. Queen takes the pawn. Okay, and then here, I thought was knight d6. If the king steps into the discovery. And surely we've got something good there. Is there something better I should be looking for? Here, maybe? That's actually, yeah, that's cleaner. And then takes, and take the rook. Yeah, okay. 92, we're getting there. Okay. There's a lot going on in this position. Not much has been traded off in this game so far. It looks like just a few pawns. We're attacking this. Don't think there's much there. Don't have any good looking knight forks. Not entirely sure where to even start with this one. I don't know if it's something simple like bringing a rook to c8. It doesn't feel very puzzle-ish. But what else to do? That appears to be the question. I don't think there's anything on knight takes f2. Rook takes. Pretty hard for me to exploit that pin. Takes. Probably not d4 because of queen takes. Excuse me. Yawning. Takes, and then what? And then what? Do I have anywhere else that this knight can go? I really don't. Takes, e4, queen takes. I can try to hit the bishop. Takes and then go knight here immediately. Man, this bishop doesn't really have anywhere else useful to go. I am stumped on this one. For the sake of time, start with takes, okay? Felt like the only really forcing move there. It's not very educational for me to make the move without knowing what's next, but I'm a little impatient. Here I was thinking just hit the bishop. Bishop can run to here, but hopefully I'm getting something back there. Takes here. Just takes at the end though. So I can play knight there, really? Wow, okay. All just for the setup of knight c2. Tough. All right, back down 2 points in game time. Bishop c7. Takes. Our king is going to stop this, and we should queen here first. Here, bishop takes, king takes. Push. Queen. Queen. And I would like to think that I'm winning that. Because here, and I'm just not going to be in time there. Have to cut white off, I think, from taking that pawn. Here, takes, king takes, and push. And it doesn't feel like it's worth it for me to try to hunt that one down just because this is going to push. Here, takes. Here. I'm queening first, but I'm not queening with check. White queens. Be nice if I had something fancy here to pick it up, but I don't. Here. Queen. Check. Yeah, it's just... What am I doing after that? I don't know. If I don't do this, I'm just down a pawn, and I have no way to stop. Yeah, white's gonna queen before me, and I can't stop this. Just takes. Really? Here, and this? That makes no sense. It seemed like it played the worst move there. Here. Yeah, it says bishop takes c7 is the best move. Just barely, not by much. Here I take g5. And h3 it says is a draw, so that was wrong. King d8 is what it wants me to play. And a5. How is this better? Push. Because I covered the a8 square. That took me way too long to realize. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, well, we played the right move to that response at least, and I'm glad I played that response because I wasn't going to get it right otherwise. Okay. Got some interesting options here. Immediately drawn to just bishop e4. Actually, bishop h5 maybe. Cover f7. Bishop h5. Here. Take check. And then we'll probably have something there. Let's play it. Queen back. And then takes, and we take the bishop. I kind of ignored this move just because it won material, but that might be white's best response. 93. We're getting there. Okay. Trying to win a piece. And I'm thinking maybe check is annoying. So if I go here, check. And that's probably going to hurt. So I'm wondering if it's just check, takes, king h2, and then we come back to d4. I think so. I'm not going to think about that one too much longer. Yeah. Okay. 2904. We did it. Very poorly. That did not feel like a good puzzle session, but we did it. We're going to go one more. We're going to risk it. Uno más. Certainly not trapping the queen. Queen g8. Queen g8, rook takes, rook takes. Queen here doesn't work. Rook here, here, rook back. Doesn't work. So on queen g8, rook g3. Takes, 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 rook takes. Anything better? Queen g8, rook g3. Queen g8, rook g3, bishop e7. If takes, we take with mate. If takes here, then I take, because then here I still play mate. Just immediately. Let's go back and look at what was wrong with mine. I jumped to here. I wanted queen g8. Rook h to f3. Takes. Takes. Okay. Just doubling up there saves it. Here. Doesn't do anything. Okay. That didn't work. Try one more. Should have just stopped. All right. Check and then what? Could always do this. Knight here. Check again. I'm winning a pawn, but that's it. Don't have much else there. I don't love any of the other options. And this just isn't enough because the knight covers. But after king f6, I mean, I have no more checks at that point. g4, king can always run. So knight f3. king back to one of these two. King here, check here. Maybe give another check. Trying to at least win a pawn there. Winning a pawn doesn't help me too much though. Going downhill. Mm-hmm. That was nice. Should have looked for that mating net. All right, another mating net trying to set up here. Check here. Check. Here or here is mate. Correct? Check. King has to run here. Bishop f3 check. This is covered, these are covered, so king has to go g1 or f1, and regardless, yeah. Okay, we got that one. I'm trying to speed run now to try to get back up to where I was at, but it's not good. Okay, rook can't take the queen. That's important. Something like this isn't good because queen covers. Here, knight takes his check. Here, queen covers. So these aren't options. This one's not an option because it takes. This one surely is not an option because rook takes with check. None of these actually work because even on check, the rook just comes back. So I'm thinking I have to block. And why block if I'm not going to take it? Probably this, because otherwise I get forked. So that was just a defensive puzzle. White to move. Do we just try to set up mate? Splashed on me. Here, king up. And then what? I just take the pawn. Is it that simple? Check. Here, just take the pawn. Yeah, why not? And then king e4. Takes, and that's winning. Anything even better with like a check first? I don't think so. Really? What's wrong with queen e4? Oh, because just rook takes, Dylan. Come on, man. I gotta retry that move. That was awful. Check first, and then you just move the king out of the way, and we save the pawn. Silly. Not good. Not good. So the question here is only right now am I in time? Say if I push the pawn here, 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 king here, and I'm not in time. If I push the pawn, h5, king e6, king h6, king f7, king h7, and pawn pushes the queen. So I need to come back first. Seriously? No. Just king h5. I mean, I know I'm calculating it wrong. Certainly. C4 is right. King E6. Here. King E6, H5. King F7 here. Here. C2 is a mistake. To go to A, okay. Really? But by going here first, King G4, and black's in the box in time. That was not good. We got to 2,900, and then I just blew the whole thing. And why would I not just take? Take. Push, check. Surely I have to take. Yeah. The thought is that white's going to win that race. My king is enough to stop these pawns from queening. So A5. King here takes, and then king can never take this pawn because I take back. I do need to keep a pawn alive, I guess, in theory. Bishop check here, prevent the king from getting in. Here we go here. And then I should be able to push this pawn to A5 and keep it defended. Maybe just A5 immediately. Takes, we just push here. Push again, bishop covers. Is that just too aggressive? Is that the issue here? This has gone so downhill. Dang it. Oh, man. All right, what's the tactic here? Takes. Knight can always be defended. Which makes me think that I'm not supposed to take the bishop, because then I see no other good way to make progress. I have discoveries on the knight. They don't really do much for me at the moment. No, they sure don't. The thought that here my rooks just control the open files and I'm better because of it. I don't know. I don't know. Neither of these work. This doesn't work. So I can't move the bishop out of the way. These all seem pointless. Here, bishop takes. I'm just giving them the pawn. Nothing here. Yeah. Then maybe the thought here is to trap the knight with g5. Yeah, okay. Found that one. I was going to be done, but now I'm annoyed that I already lost my 2900, so we're still going. Check. Here. And this. If here, maybe we just take. If here, same thing, just take. Definitely want to take here. I don't think it's going to get better. Do I have mate coming here? Check, check. Here, 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 and then mate. Rook takes f7, rook d takes f7. King here, check. King can't run here, so king has to come up and then mate. Check. Check here. I don't think I'm finding mate there. Unless I'm missing something here, I have no more checks. So knight g3, king here. Knight f5. King has to go back. And then, no, that is mate, isn't it? Here, here, king up, here, king back, and then push. Yeah, and then g4 next move. Okay, another mate scenario, hopefully. Knight e4. King here. And then what? Check first. If king goes back, I don't feel like I have much. White's gonna cover mate. So maybe knight e6. Knight e6 covers this square. All right, let's go through them. Knight e6, if king h4, bishop e7, king h3, and mate. If here, and just king h3 here, bishop up, e4 is mate. Okay. Yeah, we did the math there. Got the right one. Check. 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 Here is obviously mate. Gotta go here. No choice. Check. Queen has to block. And then just check. Queen here. bishop. King drops back, and then I guess I don't have the follow-up there. Yeah, that was poor on my part. Not good. Not good. Would love to get something like this, but pawn's in the way. Here, just queen takes, and I'm SOL. Check. Push the pawn, doesn't do anything. Rook takes, threatening this. Rook takes. King here. Just gonna go for this. Check. That's mate. Check and rook back. What about just push the pawn here? What is the finishing blow here? E4. E4, if the rook steps away, D5. I'm covering this. Yes, okay. Check, and then what? Threatening mate. So I need forcing moves or b6. Rook, king here. Rook sack. Doesn't do anything. Here, if king up, I can go check. Here, king, check. King comes back up. Maybe I'm just doing the same thing. Give a check first. Here. Maybe just this. Okay, winning material there. I mean, surely this is the first move, right? Do we just go queen f3 there, hoping for mate? I guess the question becomes, how does black stop it? Here, king up, here, knight takes e5. That'd probably do it. Would certainly do it. Queen g4. Queen here. Check here. I don't have anything else. Here, king up, queen here, knight takes. This doesn't look good. Here, and just knight up. Take with check. That's probably pretty good. I thought here was just knight c3. Bishop covers all these squares. Here, knight takes, check. King has to step into a discovery. If pushes, then it's just mate. Seriously. Push and that's mate, yeah? I don't see why black is forced to give up material. What if... What was the play here? This, check, king up, here. Because I'm threatening mate here. What about this? Queen f3. Queen f7 is a miss. Rook d1. Yeah, that's a long line. What about this? Knight takes e5. Check. King d7. It says knight f4 is good. Knight f6 also good. It says white is still winning here. I guess it's not leading to mate, but what I found was still +2 or +3. Here, thought is just check. Check. Here. Then I guess what's follow up? Check. King back. And then here. And we're threatening mate. We're going to start with this. So check, knight back is forced. Then maybe queen e4. I would give up mate here. Don't want to do that. Check here. Rook over. If the queen ever tries to give a check, I take the rook. What about just... I guess then I take the rook anyways. What not to do? Takes any queens? What about just check? Check. Rook takes. Take. Seems fairly good. Yeah. Easy enough. Okay. Takes. Doesn't do much. Do I have any way to trap that queen? That's what I'm looking for. What about here? Hit the rook. And then am I just getting mated there? I don't think so. I'm threatening the knight, and if queen goes back, then we have this. That seems dicey. Seems very dicey. So let's go for it. Really? So queen h2 did not work. Okay. Love to hear that. Okay, so in this puzzle, black missed mate in 1, but is still threatening mate in 1. All these squares are covered. Not threatening mate in 1. Holy cow. That's how out of it I am. I can just take the rook. Shoo! Deep breath, Dylan. Okay, thought is rook e7. Rook e7, only check black has is here. I just take, come back and block, and we're fine. Rook takes, we take with check. King can come here. Not a big deal then. I can come here and win this pawn with check as well. Yeah, okay. Could have been bad. Not a very clean solution there. Rook d1, bishop blocks, take, take, and then queen mate. Here, my assumption would be queen in, and then we just keep taking. Take with the queen, take with the rook. Take with the rook, and I have good checks, I think, on either of these. I take with the queen, king here is forced, but then this is my only check. I don't love that. I think here, so queen can take g7. Yeah, all right. Somehow I made it back to 2900 after that little rage puzzle session. We're stopping, 2902. Baby steps. Kind of looks like a roller coaster. All right. Maybe these are educational. If there's any way I can make puzzle videos more entertaining, please let me know. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Made it to 2900. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.